How may... Ashen one.
There we go. Sorry about that. I guess I talked through that whole thing without any volume. Alright. So, yeah. Yeah, this is one of my job. Hey, look, I turned my mic on. I turned it on. I got it on now. I apparently forgot that I had turned it off last night when I was playing Anthem before I got off so that I wouldn't be... like, my volume wouldn't be interrupting the conversation of the other guys that were in the party when I left. Yeah, I know. It was dumb, and I should have checked it first. And I made, like, this whole long thing, too, so I'm gonna have to redo that. So what I'm actually gonna do on this... now you're gonna have to listen to that. What I'm actually gonna do on this one is I'm gonna go deal with the rest of the fire demon area that I didn't get to on the last time, or not the last time, but the time before that. And then I'm going to go fight the second boss, as the description for this one says. So that is what I'm going to go do. But in order to do that, I'm gonna have to go to this one first to get there the fastest, to get it out of the way. It's gonna be fun. I mean, I at least don't have to fight that fire demon again, which is good. This is technically how to get to the next section, which is where it starts to really get difficult, where shit can really start to get real. And the next section is where most of the PvP stuff happens. Look at that pit. Look at it. It's so cool. No, I'm just kidding. Yay, back to the undead settlement. Would I just look at what? The pit? It's a nice pit, sure, but it's not the pit I want to fall into. Like, ever. How did I take fire damage or fall damage from that, but not the other one? I jumped from a much higher. Are you shooting enemies for me? Are you, buddy? I appreciate it. Alright, so here we go. We're gonna those are out of the way. Alright, now that I have some arrows to mess around with. Got to open this shelf. Would you look at all those cages? There's a lot of shit like that that'll happen. All for human pine resin. Do you know how unsatisfying that is? Oh. I don't want to come to you. You're ugly. Hey Josh. Yeah. I'm finishing up this area because I didn't actually get back to it last time, so I'm gonna do it this time. Wrong button. Because these two bitches here got me last time, but they ain't gonna get me this time. Because this time I have arrows, and I have my pyromancy still. So if I wanted to, I could just shoot them with fire, but I'd rather just shoot them with arrows. It's much more entertaining to me. Ah, you bitch. And dead before it could even attack me. Haha. You did nothing. Alright, now we can move forward through this section. So I can show you the last little parts here on how to get out. Lovely housing. So look at all of those, like, wow. All of this lifeless things. Ah, no. You gotta be real careful. Flynn's ring. So you could go back down that way. It is possible. I don't recommend it. There's a much safer way. Ta-da! Plus you get another item this way. Homeward Bone was watching Geek Chick play Apex Legends online just now. Yeah? How'd that go? I don't think I've ever actually, like, watched anything related to Apex so far, so... Mirror vest, mirror gloves, tower mirror. The Chloranthy ring has gotta be in some of my top favorite items that you can get in this, and I think you can technically get 2 of them. So if you remember this area, this is the area where you come down to and fight the boss right over here. Right here. I don't know if I have enough. Ah, bad. There we go. Aggro. You what waffle? Just get hit, holy crap. How far that way are you gonna go? Here we go. How did you not get hit? Oops. Game is almost like Fortnite, but better. Hold on one sec, guys. I think I know.
What I ordered was like, you have 4 minutes, which in part is why I didn't realize, but...
Okay,
you're welcome.
Takes away from most of your food, right?
I'll just order like... I mean, it is what it is. I just wish that like...
Oh, so good. Your food is delicious. So delicious. You wanna see me eat it again? So good. How? No, don't unsubscribe. No, it was an accidental mishap with his food, and he asked if I wanted it. So you know, well, didn't ask. He said I could have it. We're not gonna turn down a chicken sandwich from PDQ. So they make some really good food. Bitch. Will you just come at me, bro? Holy crap! Could you? Wow! Holy shit! Alright, we're gonna go here and fight. Really? Fine, I'm gonna aggro somebody else because you're being stupid. Oh, now you come at me. It can take a lot of arrows. Alright, down to 20, and there's 1, 2, I think. There we go. This guy's kind of the biggest pain. Alright, only use 6 on that one. Oh, there's 2 more. Hey look, it's a Farmer John. Come at me, Farmer John. Come on. One more. Right in the crotch. I walked over something. Made a lot of noise. I think it was a little grave thingy. Probably should feel bad about that. Not so sure that I do. But that whole tree is what I'm about to fight, just so you know. So this isn't even the easy route. There is no easy route to this. I want you to know. This is just the smarter route. Because you're still having to take them on. Whether it be shooting them down with arrows or not, you're still having to take them on. the reason I do it this way is because when this fight starts, if you go in and just attack that tree, you then have to fight the tree and watch out for all of the other ones. Which is not fun, by the way. Because it doesn't end well, ever. And you'll see why in a second. I broke his nutsack. Remember that area we were at before? See? Right? Like... Yes, you are... No, it doesn't need to get more challenging. Do you see how this is? Like, this is just already bad. It's already bad. I got hit twice and died. Like, there's no need for that. Yes. Yes, it is. What's bad is this is not the most grotesque one. In fact, on the scaling that I would give it, 10 being the most grotesque boss, 1 being the least grotesque boss, he's like a 2 or 3. I'd say Aldrich. Aldrich is probably going to be the most grotesque boss. We're a long way from Aldrich. I'm kind of glad for that, honestly. Alright, now we gotta make our way back to the boss again. And we're gonna do this. Yeah. No, we're gonna go... We're gonna do the more fun one. The more fun way. I also didn't Ember in that boss fight either. Like, I probably should have done that. Sure. In order to be a guest star on my channel, you have to be here. Here. Or you have to play the same game as me, and I will be able to, like, have your audio playing while I'm playing as well. And you have to play the game with me. Which means you would have to get the game. Which means you'd have to get a PS4 to play with me. I think he's a tad angry, don't you? Pretty sure he's a bit angry with me. I don't think you liked that. It's okay. So come be a guest star on the channel, Josh. Come be a guest star. Come to Austin, be a guest star, or play the game and be a guest star. Whew, buddy, kinda close. Yeah, I see him too. Look at that guy right there. Him. Alright, well, hopefully you have a good day, man. Take it easy. You're not gonna like being out here, buddy. My friend, he hurts you. Just like that. Hey, best buddy. There's another dude here for you. Oh, the tree protected him. Not that time, though. I love watching this part. This is why it's such a good farm, because it's like, sure, it's only like 860 souls. Oh, darn. It's not... Yeah, what? Funny to watch. Watch that over. You'd be like, ha 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 ha, you suck. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do this. Nothing yet, which means I haven't died enough to this particular boss to be warranted into... Yep. Parmesan. How? That's fair. Eventually is always an option. It's just when is that eventually? And I can understand the non-want for a PlayStation. Go run, grab my souls. I can totally understand that. I mean, the sad thing is technically we're not trying to cut off his furry moss balls right now. So technically all of these attacks that I'm doing are basically useless. This range, but out of a certain range. is weak on. And throwing magic at that middle section. Oh shit. I don't like when he does this. Let me get out of the goddamn way of his foot. How he still got me, I have no idea. See that? See how he already almost got me again? Like, this guy is super strong. But his hand is highly weak to fire if he slams it down. Oh, that audio cutout. Oh. There we go. Beat it. Okay, finally. Okay, so the transposing kiln is what we needed. That was the item that was like the most needed for this whole thing. Look at that, I got like 7,000 souls for beating it. And I barely beat it. Like, I'm on my last Ashen Flask. I have no more Estus Flask, so my health was exactly where it was going to be, or dead. Like, that was it. There's nothing else I could do to heal. And I could maybe give myself a little bit more mana for more magic, and that was about it. But that transposing kiln is the thing that we needed from this, and the soul of the rotten greatwood. That is a particular creature's soul. So yeah, fun stuff. This is the last bonfire you get for this area, so just be wary of that. It's also probably the most useless one because it's only useful if... Well, it's only useful for one other thing, and that's for the fight for the daughter. But she teleports you down here anyway, so it doesn't matter. See how it's like, this is where you're at, you don't come back to it. Yeah. technically, for the time being, we're actually on with this particular area. So we should go back to Firelink Shrine here. I'm going to do the last little bit for this boss, and then I'm going to go ahead and hop off. I actually expected it to take a little bit longer and at least one more try, not to get it on the second. When I first played through it, I died to it like 6 or 7 times, to the point where when I embered right beforehand, there was an extra little person to help me in the fight, and I still lost to that one, and then came back, did it without him, and won. And I was like, because watching what I ended up doing when I had the other person there was I was watching how it fought and learned its move mechanics in order to do it, things correctly, in order to fight against it correctly.
Well, you're not gives me conniptions. And it happened. We're talking true, don't you think? What? Ask you to talk.
All right.
And fast on them, these red eyes. Use them to pill what else are on.
All right. Now we can come down to him, talk to him.
Fret not. My feet are here firmly planted.
What feet? You don't have feet.
I am the Lord, and this is my throne.
You are so tiny in comparison to literally all of the other lords.
Oh, belike it is a transposing kiln in thy possession. Seen better days, but methinks it shall suffice. Now, bring to me a twisted soul. Transposition is the art of extracting and coalescing the essence of a soul. In transposing a twisted soul, its true power transferreth to thee. Thy purpose is to seek lords and slay them. What's to fear in a little transposition now?
Begin transposition. So with the... So with these, the souls that I have currently, I can get these particular weapons. I really, 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 really wanted them. The Hollow Slayer Greatsword. It's actually a really good sword to have against certain things. Not for me though. Alright, my strength's not high enough. Yeah, my strength's not technically high enough. This one's from that demon that I got. Demon Fist. So, if you run a brawler style character, these particular fists are actually really good to have, because they do fire damage as well. It's a decent sword, I guess. Not great, but decent. Vort's Great Hammer, the shit that big ass guy from the first actual boss, this is his, does quite a bit of damage. But because I don't have the dexterity for it, it's just not worth it. The only thing that's actually kind of worth it for me is this one, because it recovers HP on successive attacks, so constant recovering when you're attacking is useful. It really is. Normally I would get this one, and then I would also get So again, this is definitely a ring that's more more given for a knight, somebody who's going to be up front and everything, because unfortunately for me, it does say it recovers on successive attacks. Well, the thing is, as a pyromancer, I'm not always up in there slashing away, because it's literally the first attack doesn't do anything, it's the next one and the next one and the next one and the next one. As a pyromancer, I only get maybe 4 attacks, so only 3 of those will actually get me HP when it comes to my axe and everything. Well, when it goes on to my pyromancy, each individual spell is a completely separate attack. They're not chains, they're not combos, so with my pyromancy I get nothing out of these. So for me, none of these items are really all that useful. This one would be if I decided to take my pyromancer into more of a straight up like knight style attacker with some pyromancy attached to it. But that's not the case for me. I don't do that. So none of these are really useful, at least not yet, which is okay. It's I mean, it really depends on what type of person are you running, what type of character. So instead of doing that, what I do with the first couple of souls that I get, which I have a bunch here anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and use them all up. So 7 of these ones gets me 350, so they're worth about 50 apiece. Look at this, I got 2 young white branches, technically 3 total. I don't know why they're on 2 separate ordeals. Makes no sense to me, but whatever. Rubbish. Alright, so these ones, there are 2 of them, so we'll cut it in half, or just pop 1. 400 apiece. So there's the other one. So that would have been 800 total. We got 3 of these. Use selected. So 2,400, so those are 800 apiece. Nameless soldier. It's 2,000 apiece. And now we're going into the bosses. This is Vort. You don't get one for the tutorial boss. And the fire demon doesn't necessarily give you one. It does, but it doesn't. It only really gives you one that you can use for, like, the only reason you would need it is because of the transposing thing. But I don't. To me, not worth it. It opens up those items for you in the transposing kiln. But I don't need any of those items, so they're not useful to me. So instead, I'm going to pop Vort's Soul instead of using it for transposing, because I don't like the stuff I get from it. It gives me another 2,000. And again, same with the the Rotted Greatwood. I don't like the stuff I get from it, so I'm going to go ahead and just pop the soul, and it's going to give me 3,000. Bringing me up to 21,787, which is a useful amount. Also, Grey Rat should be back at this point because I beat that boss. There he is. That little sucker of mine.
Welcome home, speak thine heart. Very well. Then touch the take nourishment.
Alright, so I can level a couple of times. So we're gonna do, actually we're gonna do this and this.
Farewell, Ashen One.
We're gonna come down here and look at what we can get from him now.
It took. Go on. Have a gander.
Let's see what all he got. Look at that. He got some more embers, so now I can get a total of 7 from him if I need it. He got quite a bit more weapon-wise. Lots more stuff here. You got a sickle, a war pick. It's a sickle. This big ass thing, this glaive. So it's actually a very useful glaive for if you're running a halberd style character. Same with this spear. Spear's pretty useful. Mace. This one is actually really useful if you're running like a cleric, because clerics generally use maces. Or this short bow. Short bows are really useful for clerics because it's just better for them. Look at all this armor. Armor-wise, you can, if you're a knight, this is super useful because you literally just got a full knight's armor. If you're running an assassin, this is useful. Thief's mask if you're running an assassin that's a thief. Large arrows, super useful. Standard, large, very useful. Sniper bolts, very useful if you notice. Heavy bolts, standard bolt, sniper bolt, heavy bolt. There, if you go into the item thing, like if you actually go into the information, large, more powerful bolts with a shorter range due to their weight, simultaneously equipped up to 2 types of bolts and switch between them as needed. Red feather bolts used by snipers of Karam. Their long range makes them ideal for a distant target. Though typically these arrows can still be used with any kind of crossbow, so I mean it is a useful arrow to have. Short arrows with burning tips dealing fire damage. So instead of getting standard arrows at this point, I'm gonna get these large arrows. Even though they've got a shorter range, they do quite a bit more damage. So 55 to 45, that's 10 more damage per shot, which is very useful. These do 65 total because it does 25 physical damage, but then 40 fire damage, so it does 65 total. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get about 2,000, so I'm gonna get about 20 fire arrows and about 40 large arrows. I can actually get 41, so I'm gonna get 41 large arrows.
Goodbye, and stay safe.
I like how concerned he is. He's very concerned, and I love it.
I am.
Oh, still 1 shy. I need 1 more Titanite shard in order to up my pyromancy again. So far, still nothing here that is super useful. I need to get some other stuff for him in order to do that.
Do not be gone for long.
What is a teacher without a pupil?
I do still need to upgrade this. That is very true. It is very true. But I do like that, I mean, that there is that aspect. I don't like the fact that I stay embered because that puts me at a risk of people invading. Which is possible if you're playing online. Other people online can crack a red eye, or can use a cracked red eye orb, or a red eye orb in general, not a cracked one, and they can invade your world and come and hunt you down, and nowhere is safe. Nowhere is safe at all. They can go anywhere in the world where you're at and hunt you down, even here in the Firelink Shrine. If you're in this area and they crack an ember and come into your world, you can get invaded and they can fight you in here. It is a thing. It's not fun when it happens, but it is a thing. So I did the boss fight and so I'm gonna transport myself to the spot that I need to be in order to do the next thing for this particular part, for this area, because I still have one more section to go, one more little area, which is that nice lovely thing, that pit down in the bottom. But as far as this run goes, I am going to hop off as soon as it loads in, so that I know that I'm in the right, like I know it loaded through, and that's where I'm going to be. So with somebody did something up there. I'm guessing somebody threw a fireball at that barrel and blew up those two guys that were just sitting there. Anyway, so yeah, I am going to hop off here and call it a day. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it, and hope y'all have a wonderful time. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, subscribe, turn notifications on so you can see when we come back on and everything. And then also, don't forget to always follow your dreams. Always chase them down. Never give up on yourself, because if it makes you happy, it's worth it. It's worth doing. It's worth putting all the effort in the world to accomplishing, because your happiness is always worth it. Even when you think that you no longer believe in yourself, know that here on this channel, we believe in you and in your dream and in your happiness. So please, please never give up on yourself, because I'm never going to give up on you either. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day today. I hope you all stay safe, stay happy out there, and be the wonderful, wonderful people, the wonderfully amazing, beautiful, awesome, sarcastic, loving, hating, whatever kind of person you are. Be, if it makes you happy, be you. Be the best you can be. Deuces.